You're watching Rampage Rewind. Ben Masters and Bill Behrens are at ringside. Glad you joined us for this program. And coming up now, four-man tag team action. These guys are Jimmy Rave approved, if that means anything to you. They're under the tutelage of Jimmy Rave, and certainly that means that we know what the mindset is of these two guys. Can't take anything away from their in-ring ability. Both great, fine, outstanding athletes, both in great physical condition. But the mindset of Jimmy Rave is that whatever it takes to win a match, they're going to need that mindset when they get in the ring with these men. Former NWA World Tag Team Champions and the men who are currently trying to get their hands back on the RPW Tag Team titles they held for so long. Titles they never lost, they gave up because they won the NWA World Tag Team titles. We're talking about Murder One and the big black Superman, AJ Steele, the usual suspects.
What a tremendous match here for Rewind. Rewind stepping up a little bit. This is a match we normally expect, Ben, on the 1 hour program. Didn't expect it here on Rewind. We're looking at the former tag champs and Jimmy Rave approved.
Top 10 teams rated by Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the usual suspects. Now, when you're recognized nationally, Bill Behrens, you know that Rampage Pro Wrestling is starting to make noise in the whole world of pro wrestling.
Very much so.
I mean, we get phone calls, emails, letters each day. What's going on with Rampage Pro Wrestling? If you want to be a part of the action, join us live on July the 10th. We'll be back here on Sunday afternoon. And join us right here on this TV program and on our 1 hour Rampage Pro Wrestling program. It's getting better and better. The hottest ticket in town.
Oh, I would agree 100%, Ben Masters.
And you hear the fans are no support here for Jimmy Rave approved. Mike Posey starting for his team. Bella sounded, and it looked like they were doing little decision making here. Rock, paper, scissors on who's going to start for usual suspects.
I would think that whoever wins that ends up being the loser.
And AJ Steele, the big man, often silent but deadly, that's for sure.
Very much so. Well, we've said it before. Corey Hollis, Mike Posey may not be the biggest guys in the fight, but they're certainly in tremendous ring condition.
And in the ring right now, Mike Posey in a bad way, powering away from the big man. And some of this is psychological, but when you have a man the size of AJ Steele, you better be careful.
Very much so.
And Mike Posey, we know he's been wrestling and refereeing recently in the TNA area where he got his start as a referee as well as in World Wrestling Entertainment. And now, great to have him as a pro wrestler here at Rampage Pro Wrestling under the NWA banner.
Well, Posey able to escape and literally crawls his way out of the ring. A little bit intimidated by AJ Steele, but I think anybody that gets in the ring with AJ Steele is going to be not just a little intimidated, they're going to be very intimidated. One of the big men in professional wrestling and a scary guy, and relatively silent lately. He hasn't been talking recently.
Well, he made the statement he would not talk until they regained those titles they never lost.
They
never got beat for the RPW Tag Team title.
Well, Posey was talking to him, and this is the way he talked back. Posey able to roll through, but that doesn't help him much. He's thrown right back into the corner, and now AJ Steele wearing him out in the corner with 2 consecutive chops.
And the big guy, AJ Steele, with a solid forearm and another chop, and that one took him down. And you know the chest of Mike Posey is apt to be hurting.
I don't care what kind of physical condition you're in, when you get slapped that hard, it's going to hurt. Ducks that clothesline, just barely manages to duck that back clothesline. Couldn't get out of the way of that. And he's taken down hard and folded over like a pretzel.
Notice how quickly Corey Hollis broke the pinfall, but also got back out of the ring.
Wait a minute.
Did he do that for safety or so the referee wouldn't see?
Not sure, but Posey able to escape using the top of his head, gets himself to safer ground. Corey Hollis comes right in, taken down with an arm drag, and AJ Steele still in firm control of this match.
Think about what this match means to both teams, though. If Hollis and Posey win this match, they have defeated former NWA World Tag Team Champions. They've defeated the top 10 tag teams rated by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. And you know, Jimmy Rave would love for these two guys to get a shot at the RPW Tag Team title too.
Very much so. A lot of magazine coverage on everybody that's in the ring. Recent introducing piece on Mike Posey, of course, runner-up to the Rookie of the Year for Corey Hollis from Pro Wrestling Illustrated. And you're right, in the recent Pro Wrestling Illustrated rankings, in at number 10, the usual suspects by virtue of their recent tenure as NWA World Tag Team Champions.
That certainly put them on the map, and in a way that is harmful to most people. But these guys don't take challenges lightly, and they love a challenge, and that's what they're getting right now. You take the size away, of course. Mike Posey and Corey Hollis both getting up size, but these guys are not slouches. And right now, Hollis is in trouble. But don't underestimate this Jimmy Rave approved team, because Jimmy Rave, believe me, has planted a lot of ideas in these guys' minds.
Very much so. Murder One, not only part of one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling, but as a single star, recently has been appearing for a new promotion. The Urban Wrestling Federation has pay-per-views that'll be appearing, and Murder One a big part of that also.
And now Murder One slamming Corey Hollis almost lifeless into that corner. Hollis would do well to make the tag now, but as he gets chopped, Posey can feel it outside the ring. It's so hard. And now scooped up with one arm. Look at the power of Murder One. Drops him hard with that slam. And the partner Posey swings at him, and that was enough for distraction. And that time, using their mind, that's what they're going to have to do to beat these teams, the usual suspects. They can't overpower the guys. They're going to have to outthink them.
Well, professional wrestling is a thinking man's game, and in tag team wrestling, you have to be on the same page when you're teaming together. And Corey Hollis, Mike Posey have had a lot of experience working as a team inside and within the Jimmy Rave approved group, but also outside that, having appeared numerous times, for example, as a tag team in Ring of Honor wrestling.
Pinfall, but the ring was out of position because AJ was over there. You know, Gordon Solie used to call pro wrestling a game of human chess. That's exactly what it is.
And it's complicated when you get two people involved, because imagine how difficult it is for two guys to be on that same page and to work together as a cohesive unit. Only a few select individuals can find that chemistry. Certainly both of these teams are examples of that, much as the great teams of the NWA were, from the Andersons to the Freebirds. All of the great teams had sort of an unspoken language between themselves, communication without the necessity of communication.
Absolutely. In my mind, the Anderson brothers, the greatest tag team perhaps of all time, Dean and Ole. And Ole was part of NWA Fan Fest along with his other brother Lars, August 4th through the 7th in Atlanta at the airport, the Marriott.
What an honor it'll be, fans, if you get an opportunity at any time to spend some time with Ole Anderson.
One of the great minds of professional wrestling.
Used to be an extremely intimidating man, but he's become extremely fan-friendly as he's gotten a little bit older, and very much willing to spend time with the wrestling fans and tell them a little bit about how well the industry has changed in his time.
Absolutely. At one time, he was a man you did not want to mess with, that's for sure.
Good move right there.
Double teaming there by Posey and Hollis, and that's what has brought them the fame they have attained so far for wrestling. They are a great, old team, and that's what's interesting about this match. I know that Murder One and AJ have worked together a lot longer, but I do believe Mike Posey and Corey Hollis have gotten together a great unit.
Very much so, and they've got a lot of experience behind the belt. Good maneuver here. We saw him use similar maneuvering with a lot of other people, but look at that. Murder One just powers him over and breaks out of that, but Hollis up. Hard clothesline, using every bit of that upper body strength. Jim ready there.
You got to be in shape to get in the ring with a team like Murder One and AJ Steele, and give credit where credit is due. Just lasting this long. A lot of tag teams can't even stay in the ring with these guys. They're so tough. And look at what Corey Hollis is able to do now. Drape him upside down.
Picks the big man up,
puts
him into position, and double team maneuver there. Hit him from all sides.
And I enjoyed this about the team. They do great teamwork, great skills, and really had this man in a pinfall. And look at how it is Posey trying to tie the man up with those legs. The legs, the strongest part of the body, very smart to use that on the man, because as long as he has the man in control, as long as the man is on his back, that is where Mike Posey needs to keep him.
Well, and Mike Posey, tremendous development with those legs. You can, given the tights, you don't really see the musculature there, but if you look at the size of him, extremely large legs on a small body. And he's learned a long time ago to take advantage of that strength in his legs and has used it to great advantage in matches.
Think about his background. You know, a lot of wrestlers have background in amateur wrestling. His background as a referee, you might wonder how that would tie into a pro wrestler. Think about the matches and the athletes he's been in the ring with before he even wrestled. He's seen it all.
I don't know where Murder One found that, but he managed to turn Posey around and drop him like a bad habit. Both men then down. Question about who's going to be able to get to their feet. Murder One showing signs of life, but Posey is the one first moving to his corner. Murder One has rolled over. Somebody's going to tag in their partner first, and it looks to be Posey.
And now Posey, and now the tag is made, and big black Superman AJ Steele is in there. Vicious clotheslines on Posey and Hollis, and now it's Posey being shut off. Caught him and dropped him with that suplex, but the legal man, I believe, is Hollis. Off the top rope, caught him in midair. And got him with a tilt-a-whirl slam.
This could be it right here. There's two. No, Posey in the ring, able to break it up, goes over, gets a piece of Murder One. Again, good work as a team right here by Posey and Hollis. They hook for a Russian leg sweep. Don't get the legs hooked. That's to their disadvantage.
That time took him down and took him down hard. Covers him, puts the legs, and a breakup by Murder One. Now all four men meet at the same time.
Well, and that move was definitely Jimmy Rave approved. We've seen it from Jimmy Rave. Hollis, though, fighting back on his own as Murder One is in. But now that looks like these two working as a team, and up he goes, almost into another area code and down.
How high can you go? 1, 2, 3, that's all she wrote. And your winners, former NWA World Tag Team Champions and former RPW Tag Team Champions, Murder One and AJ Steele, the usual suspects, and they're well on their way in their minds to recapturing what belongs to them, the RPW Tag Team titles.
Can't take anything away from Posey and Hollis. They were in there the whole way, but what matters is who wins the match. And right now, the usual suspects, they don't have their eyes on the teams like Posey and Hollis. What they have their eyes on are those tag team titles.
AJ continuing now tossing Corey Hollis out of the ring, and there they are.
And
who's next?
Who's next? I can tell you who's next. It's going to be hot like lava, and it's simply a matter of when. Those are the current tag team champions, but only for a matter of the time. At least that's what these two think.
More Rampage Rewind coming right up. The winners, the usual suspects.